we've had some big-time drama over the Kansas doubleheader weekend with a new championship leader starting to pull away from the pack. But with just a few more races to go, can anyone claw down Leonard Koksmar for the championship this year? It's been dramatic all year. We've had some close finishes, we've had some tight battles, and it's just going to get closer as we head towards the end of the season. It's the Kobalt Tools 400 at Las Vegas. It's all part of the DPORL Cup Series 2024. Hello everybody, this is Drew Webb, or That DP Guy, and welcome to yet another race in the 2024 DPORL Cup Series season. We've got a good one for you here today at Las Vegas. It took hours and hours of I&I edits to try and find a good balance for this track, because I'm telling you, it was rough. You know, the high line usually is favored here and no passing usually takes place. But when I tried to edit it, it would just end up with cars sliding into the wall and massive wrecks every single corner. But I think I found a good balance here today, and hopefully we can put on a great Kobalt Tools 400 for you all. It's going to be a fun one, but first, before we get into all of that, let's go ahead and get the starting lineup for the Kobalt Tools 400 here at Las Vegas. Logan Williams has won the pole. Previously in championship contention, now kind of fallen off there, but you know, a good run today could build some momentum, stay inside the top 10 in points, move inside the top 10 in points, and maybe get a great points finish out of this year. Angel Gutierrez, starting second in the 47, has really fallen off, but we'll see if that 47 can claw back to victory lane. Nathan Stapleton starting third, great run there, and you can see Nathan Orman to the outside looking for a good run. In row number 3, Justin Perez and Samad Ozkin, both looking, of course, for another good run to build off momentum from previous races. Brandon Rose and Ryan Durrani in row number 4. Those two have been pretty consistent this year. And in row number 5, Aaron Abel and Laura Chung right there. Of course, the starting lineup is scrolled across the side of your screen to find out where your driver is in this race. But now, let's go ahead and go down trackside to get the command to fire engines at Vegas.
Drivers, start your engines!
And an absolutely close call there with the end of my little ramble, but we made it. All these cars gonna fire off right here, as I just had a little mistake right there, but everything's all right. Everyone rolling off, let's take a look at your race analysis in the Kobalt Tools 400. We got 67 laps for you here today, 100 miles. Pit road speed, for some reason, the 60 miles per hour. I don't think that's accurate to real life, but whatever. And your fuel window, 37 to 41 laps. So definitely going to have to make a pit stop right here in this race. Just going to be a one-stopper, I would think, unless an early caution comes out. And now, all these drivers down the backstretch. Just making sure that everybody has rolled off, and it seems that everyone has made it. So we're going to have a good one right here. All 40 cars going to take the green flag. We got some championship contenders looking to gain some points on the points leader, Leonard Koksmar, who's starting, I believe, 26th in this race. So a good opportunity to try and make up points. Let's get this thing going. Logan Williams on pole. Gonna lead him to the green right here as we are off of 4, and we are ready to go racing here at Vegas. Green flag in the air. Everybody's got everything sorted out here, and Logan Williams leads lap number 1 over Angel Gutierrez and Nathan Stapleton. Justin Perez in 4th. In 5th is Brandon Rose, and challenging for 6th there is Lucien Bianchi, who makes the move on Aaron Abel. This is huge for Bianchi, trying to make moves through this field. There's Samet Ozkin to the inside of Aaron Abel. Ryan Durrani's going to try and follow through. Don't think that's going to happen right there. Nathan Stapleton all over Angel Gutierrez in the 47. We'll see if a move is made into 1. No, just staying stable right there. Nathan Stapleton in 3rd. Logan Williams got a great launch there. We'll see if Williams can pull away or if potentially Lucien Bianchi can try and hunt down for the race win right here. Here goes Bianchi on Brandon Rose to the inside. Looks like that move is going to be made. Brandon Rose washing up off of 4. And look at that, Samet Ozkin to the inside in the 22. Further up front, gap closing just a bit right there, as Logan Williams just trying to set some decent lap times early on, get comfortable, and everything should work out for this 38 to at least get a decent finish in this race. Further back in the field, there's Jack Haas looking on the 40 of Daniel Voiles, and Daniel Voiles actually got a great run on the 41 of Alex Sanvital, and now peaked to the inside. Not quite going to happen right there. So really settling in right now. Look at that. There's a move from Laura Chung on RJ Beers. Can Chung complete the move? Beers pretty even off the corner right there. So wasn't able to complete the pass for the 99, and the 19 really got a great run there on the outside. How about that for RJ Beers? And look at this. Tom Sloan now looking to the inside of Chung as we head into turn number 1. We got some great battles going on right here on the track. Laura Chung gonna probably lose that spot to Tom Sloan. So RJ Beers seemingly has a very fast car right here. We'll see what happens with that as Bryce Egan looking inside on Ludovic Charette. That got really close right there. Bryce Egan gonna try and throttle up off the corner and gonna get that spot. Alex Sanvital follows. Further up right here, we have really started to spread out as Logan Williams has pulled away just a bit. Nathan Stapleton, Angel Gutierrez right there. Let's see if Stapleton potentially makes a move. Definitely looked, but no move being made right there as Gutierrez and Stapleton look to move up. Here we go. Samet Ozkin looking on Bianchi. That move's going to be made. The 22 getting by the 17 right there, and Brandon Rose maybe also going to look on the 17. Let's see. Does the 77 launch it in there? No. So pretty calm right there. Jack Haas, Bryce Egan all over each other. Bryce Egan going to look to the inside of Haas as Ludovic Charette looks to the inside of Alex Sanvital. Looks like the 14 does get by Jack Haas, and there goes Ludovic Charette and Nathan Ormond by the 41. And look at this. Tom Sloan and Justin Henley both to the inside of RJ Beers. Looking further back, Leonard Koksmar losing spots at the line. The 10 machine right there was 24th. And continuing to drop positions. Jonathan Carrison at the back of the field. There's Igor Barreto looking to the inside of Bernardo de Oliveira, Eric Monaco, Nick Kensington, CJ Grider looking to move up. Caleb Holloway, Benny Watson, Bradley Ream at the back of the field. But Logan Williams has really started to gap the field right here. 1.07 seconds over the rest of the field. And look at this. Bianchi looking right there. Look at this. Daniel Voiles looked on Brandon Rose, but Brandon Rose got a better run on the high side. So that high lane can be used if you use it right. But, you know, you can see right there, Bryce Egan was easily able to get by Aaron Abel on the outside. And look at this. We got 3 cars right here all looking to make a move. Ozkin wanted to peak, could not peak. They're all over each other right here for this 4th position. And look at the field spread here. 10th place is already 5.3 seconds back from the lead. So definitely starting to spread out right here. The best drivers in this race definitely rising towards the front. And look at this. Bianchi got a great exit off the corner, and that's going to allow to maybe peek to the inside. I don't believe that's going to happen, though. So once again, just staying put. Daniel Voiles finally going to get Brandon Rose right there, and Bryce Egan going to follow through on that. Lap 12 of 67. We got some movers in this field for sure. Here comes the 17 to the inside of the 22. That move's finally going to be made. Lots of give and take right here. If you're on that outside, you really don't want to risk anything. So you definitely give up a little bit in order to not lose too many spots or potentially end up wrecking. But as you can see right there, that just cost Sam Odoskin another spot to the 40 of Daniel Voiles. Although actually getting a decent run on the outside. That wasn't the worst run in the world for the 22. Further up front, Logan Williams is gone right here. How about that for this 38? Absolutely checked out for the moment. But of course, we have to wait till that pit cycle. I mean, half a second faster. Are you kidding me? That is absolutely flying for the 38. As here we go, Bianchi maybe wanting to make a move on the 42, Justin Perez. Daniel Voiles and Bryce Egan might be shaping up for a battle pretty soon as well. Nothing right there. All staying in their positions, but Bryce Egan was able to hang on to the back of Daniel Voiles. We'll watch for a move potentially into one, but I don't believe there'll be a move right there, and there was not a move right there. Looks like Angel Gutierrez starting to pull away just a bit from Nathan Stapleton as Logan Williams continues to pull away from this field. Let's try and find a battle through the field. There it is, Ludovic Charette, Jack Haas going at it. Can the 95 hold on the outside? Looking pretty good right there. Gonna clear maybe? Not quite. The 11 looks inside once again and probably gonna get the move complete this time. Nathan Ormond might follow right there. No, Jack Haas got a pretty good run on the outside right there. So looks like we're going to stay side by side for another corner. And this 95 has hung on pretty well, but I just don't believe it's going to end up paying off in the end. Still running really well on the high side, but just can't get it done. Going to lose that spot to Nathan Ormond. Going to lose a spot to Ryan Durrani down the front straightaway. Alex Sanvital joining this battle right here. Got a lot of cars under a blanket right here. All 5 cars trying to move up towards the leader. But that's going to be a hard task with Logan Williams pulling away from the field right here. Alex Sanvital maybe going to get to the inside of Haas. No, Jack Haas will maintain that spot right there. And Jack Haas finally gets to slot in as Nathan Ormond had a nice run. But I don't believe that's going to get anywhere. This is total domination from the 38, but we've got some great racing throughout the pack. Look at this, Bryce Egan to the inside of Daniel Voiles, Sam Odoskin to the inside of Justin Perez. That's for position right there. Justin Perez tried to hang on the outside, not quite gonna do it. So the 42 loses another spot. Bryce Egan now into the top 5. Great run for Egan in the 14. Going to continue to try and make a charge right here as Logan Williams almost 4 seconds ahead. Here's the battle for second. Nathan Stapleton finally going to get Gutierrez right there. So a change for second, and could this potentially result in a change in the lead towards the end of the race? Stapleton looked awful fast getting by the 47, but now 4 seconds back of the 38, who is putting on a clinic on the field right here. Look at all these cars bunching up. Bianchi, Egan, Voiles, Oskin, Perez, and Brandon Rose. And even Aaron Abel wants to join the battle in the top 10. And then we got this group back here with Nathan Ormond pulling away. Looks like Ludovic Charette holding up this group a little bit. Wyatt O'Connor to the inside of Sanvital. And Jack Haas gets to the inside of Ludovic Charette. Great move right there. Ludovic Charette going to get passed by Durrani as well. Going to get freight trained right here. Watch out. There goes Durrani around. Wyatt O'Connor going to be a little more even, but definitely making it work right there. The 00 going to get by the 11. There's Laura Chung, and look at this group. Blaine Keys to the inside of Tom Sloan. Here's Matthew Hubert to the inside of, that's Justin Henley in the 52. Further up front, Sanvital completes the pass on Charette. Maybe Jack Haas going to go at it with Nathan Ormond. We'll have to see how that plays out. We'll get back to that in just a second. Gonna look up here. Look at this. Daniel Voiles to the inside of Egan. And gonna take that position away potentially. We don't actually know for sure. Looks like Egan holding on pretty well on the high side, but not gonna get clear. Uh-oh, contact! Contact right there. Justin Perez into the 22 of Sam Ozkin. As tires really starting to come into play. These drivers sliding around massively as Logan Williams 6 seconds ahead of Nathan Stapleton. Out of here. Look at this. Aaron Abel making a pass on Brandon Rose. We've got passing everywhere, but that high line starting to work just a little bit better as we get farther into this run. Didn't work on exit, and Aaron Abel does get the spot, but the high line working really well. And I'm telling you, that Logan Williams car, I don't know how that thing's legal. I mean, just flying right now. Let's see, will the 38 begin to lap some cars right here? We'll take a look further back in the field. Skylar Taylor in last. There's CJ Grider. Yeah, we might start to lap some cars relatively soon. You can see it right there. Not too much farther ahead. As the gap, 6.8 seconds. As Gutierrez got back by Stapleton while I wasn't really focusing on that battle. And Bryce Egan now to the inside of Lucien Bianchi. And Bianchi going to give up that spot. Maybe going to give up the next spot. No, not quite. Got a great exit, and everything works out right there for Bianchi. Only losing one spot. Still in the top 5 is Leonard Kochmar. Let's see, where is that 10? In 24th. So this is a huge points opportunity for the 17, if the 17 can hang on. Daniel Voiles now making a move. Sam Ozkin now making a move. Passes everywhere on this track. And Voiles does get by. Have some of the drivers potentially saved their stuff enough? That's a good question as we get farther into this run. Has Logan Williams potentially burn out the tires? I don't think it matters at this point, to be honest with you. With a 7-second lead, there's going to have to be a caution for anything to be called into question. There's Skylar Taylor just crossing the line right there, and Logan Williams crossing the line. So yes, we are going to get lap traffic pretty soon, as this is an absolutely dominant performance. The gap of the line, 7.32 seconds. And here we go. We're going to get into some lap traffic, not even halfway through this race. We'll see if this impacts the race of Logan Williams. You never know what could potentially happen. CJ Grider now last in this race, as let's see how Logan Williams navigates the lap traffic. To the inside of Grider. Oh, we got tight contact right there. First lap car was very, very sketchy, but it worked out as Bianchi got by, looks like, the 40. And we're having some more passing inside the top 10. First 2 lap cars disposed of. Next up, Eric Monaco. We'll watch these lap cars, and then we will go ahead and take a look at the rest of the top 10 again. Wow! Oh, contact! Contact made! Uh-oh. Got into Eric Monaco right there. That is not what Logan Williams wanted, and that's why we stayed on this. Logan Williams making contact with the 3, and the 3 with huge damage on the side right there. That was not good for the 38, but I believe got away scot-free. This is where your cautions potentially come out if this 38 starts to struggle with lap traffic. And that was almost a very costly error right there. You can see the 47 gained that lap. Next lap car is Benny Watson, then Bradley Reen, but they're a little bit down the line. And look at this, Stapleton looking to the inside of Gutierrez. 4-second position. That move gonna be made side by side, but the 20 throttles up and gonna get that position. Let's go ahead and take a look at tire fall off right here. Yeah, look at that. About 2.5 seconds of fall off over the course of the run. That'll potentially play a factor during the pit cycle. trying to jump some of these drivers. Now we'll see. The pit cycle does get a little sketchy, so you never know what could happen there. I've seen crazy stuff in these sim runs. Usually you find a caution during this pit cycle, and it's not pretty for the leader, but Logan Williams has such a big lead that I really don't think this will be a problem for the 38. This is fantastic stuff. Look at this pack right here. Benny Watson, R.J. Beers, Bradley Ream, Alex Smith, Caleb Rose. And look at that. Logan Williams going to join that party right here. Wow. Just getting crazy here at Las Vegas. We'll see if the 38 has some troubles with these lap cars. That'll be a little scary. But right now, since we're about halfway through this race, let's go ahead and get in the new DPORL question of the week. Would you like to see bonus points for leading a lap and most laps led next season? That's a yes or no question. Of course, there's no answer from last week. So before we get into the action right here, go ahead and get your vote in right now. But right now, what we're doing is we're focusing on Logan Williams, because last time Logan Williams got in lap traffic, it was certainly dramatic. 9.12 second lead. And look at this. R.J. Beers to the inside of Watson. This is going to block the 38 just a bit right here. That 38 so much faster, but unable to get by because these two are going at it. Almost a 10-second lead. Will Logan Williams make it 3 wide? No, not quite, but going to get by Watson here. Now going to get by R.J. Beers. That was pretty calm right there. And now all over Caleb Rose. Going to dispose of yet another one. But that gap certainly came down. 8.82 seconds to Angel Gutierrez. As we're approaching the pit cycle right here. And if things go wrong for this 38, especially having to repair any damage that may have been sustained, this could get wild. Now on lap 37 of 67 of a great race really to this point. Now up front it's been dominant, but I mean throughout the pack we've had some great battles, great passing. It's just been a joy to watch really. As Bianchi, I believe, dropping spots here. Did Bianchi pit? I wonder if Bianchi pit. Yep, pit stop's kicking off right here. Lucien Bianchi is in the pit lane on lap 37. That's the early end of our window. And we'll see this 17 in. Gonna be 4 tires, obviously, because that fall off is huge. Watching the 17. Gets the first 2 tires on well. Other 2 tires coming off and on. And we are good. And we are off for the 17. Great stop for Lucien Bianchi. Angel Gutierrez and Nathan Stapleton are in this time. Logan Williams currently now sporting a 21.6 second lead, but of course that's due to the pit cycle. Watching these drivers come in. A lot of drivers actually in this time. Wow, look at this. Most of the field in this time. And it's going to get tight on pit road. And there's Logan Williams right there in the 38. We'll go ahead and watch Logan Williams down the pit lane. Got to be a clean stop right here. You don't want to have a messy stop. That could be hugely detrimental to your day. Got a big lead. Just got to stay calm right here. Of course, all these cars are just getting their lap back from the 38. So lots of cushion right here. And going to get out right there. Wow, great stop for the 38. And it is on to the end of the race. Going to get caught behind Zach Magoon, but a lot of cars going to go a lap down soon as we get off of the pit lane. There comes everybody. And Logan Williams with a nice gap right there. So now we'll have to see how this cycles out right here. Second place will be Angel Gutierrez, and third will be the 20 of Nathan Stapleton. And Lucien Bianchi had a fantastic cycle, of course coming in a lap earlier, and is now 4th. We split it about halfway, and now it's a 4.84 second gap for the 38. So it definitely came down just a bit. we'll have to see how this plays out. 38 all over Caleb Rose in the 8. Any move being made this time? No, because Zach Magoon making a move on the 16. There we go. Logan Williams chooses to make a move to the inside, it seems. So there we go right there. Logan Williams going to get Caleb Rose this time, or at least get side by side with the 8. I wonder if this 38, though, is struggling in the dirty air, especially on fresh tires when these drivers have a lot less off-throttle time. Caleb Rose now looking to the inside of Caleb Holloway. The two Calebs right here battling it out, all in front of our race leader, Logan Williams. Gets by Holloway right there, and now gonna set on Caleb Rose. But Rose now looking to the inside of Magoon. So actually, we're gonna see another lap car pass a lap car, or cars being lapped in the process of being lapped. Zach Magoon going to go a lap down, and Logan Williams will clear Zach Magoon. Gap is 4.69 seconds. We'll see how that gap shapes out as we head towards the end of the run. Gap actually grew right there as Nathan Stapleton actually got to second, and it looks like Lucien Bianchi is now the new third place driver. And yes, I'm correct right there. Lucien Bianchi up into third position. Let's check on Leonard Koksmar in 22nd. So gained a couple spots over that pit cycle, but lost them right there, down to 24th. Unfortunate stuff right there. Look at this. Logan Williams rocketing around the middle line right there. I'm going to gain once again on Caleb Rose. And I would say unless a caution comes out, this race for the win is pretty much over. It was a dominant day for Logan Williams, but lots of passing going on throughout the field. There's Bradley Ream. There's Reggie Fogelman. Looks like Nick Kensington, Igor Barreto right there. And then we got this whole group. Look at this mess. Wow. That'll be real fun to try and lap. But looking at our leader, Nick Kensington. Not Nick Kensington, Logan Williams. There's Nick Kensington right there. Caleb Rose has actually pulled away just a bit from the 38. That's a little fascinating right there. Looks like Logan Williams just a little bit slower than Caleb Rose. Caleb Rose now looking to the inside of Kensington. Rose's car has actually looked fantastic as of late right here. But Logan Williams, of course, eventually will close in on this group and will eventually put Caleb Rose a lap down. Further back, let's take a look at some of these battles right here. Angel Gutierrez, Lucien Bianchi. Both just settled in right there, those three. And then you have Bryce Egan and Daniel Voiles about 10 seconds off the lead, going at it for 5th position. These two both having a great run today. Don't want to ruin it now. So I would expect both of them to race relatively clean. As Voiles closing. Nothing right there into the tri-oval. There's Samad Ozkin in the 22 running 7th. You can see Justin Perez running 8th. There's Wyatt O'Connor in 9th, and Jack Haas battling with that. Is that Blaine Keys? Wow, great cycle for Blaine Keys in 10th. Blaine Keys has gone from 32nd to 11th. That's some great stuff from the 31, now looking to move inside the top 10. That's a huge day for the points for the 31. Good run right there. We're approaching lap 50. We're getting right down to the wire, but certainly not down to the wire for the lead. I can tell you that one right now. But you know, unlike some of these tracks where the lead is close and you just can't pass, it's not nearly as frustrating here where you just have a driver who's just that fast. You know you can pass. You know you can get by him. But he's just so unbelievably fast in the 38. There was really no challenge. So just hats off to the 38 crew for bringing a really good car today. And unless anything wild happens, gonna run off to victory right here. Looks like the 14 and the 40 still going at it. Voiles just doesn't want to look to the inside, and it's just not working out for the 40, who's much faster through the middle of the corner, but struggling a little bit on exit. Gutierrez really starting to fall behind now. Lost a spot to the lap car of Eric Monaco. Very interesting right there. Will Lucien Bianchi be able to pass Nathan Stapleton? That would be interesting, certainly if a caution came out to be in second place. Now, of course, there would be lap cars in between, and quite a significant amount of lap cars, but just to have that track position in second would be an advantage. Gap 5.28 seconds, as Logan Williams actually put to the outside by Zach Magoon. How about that for the 12? Wasn't really expecting that one. Where'd Caleb Rose go? Did Caleb Rose pass all these cars? Wow. Actually, it looks like the 38 fallen off ever so slightly. We'll check the gap this time. Nope, gap grew. Oh, caution! Caution! Reggie Fogelman! Uh-oh! And that collected Zach Magoon. Look at that, Skylar Taylor involved. Caleb Holloway involved. Uh-oh, and all these lap cars are gonna be out of the way right here. Look at this, Bianchi to the inside of Alex Smith. And that's a huge move right there. And now to the inside of Stapleton, but at the line it'll be Nathan Stapleton who gets second right there. Caution is out. And look at that, only one lap car between the leader and Nathan Stapleton. Wow, how about that late race drama right here for sure. I can't believe that. Wow. Things just got a whole lot more interesting right here. Let's wait for the pit cycle. Does Logan Williams pit is the question. I don't believe Logan Williams would pit. And Williams does not pit. Neither does Stapleton or Bianchi. Wow. Wild, wild scenes right here. And that's going to give Stapleton and Bianchi a chance at this race win. There's a pretty big lap car cushion to Gutierrez, then Voiles, then Egan, then Ozkin. But these top three all have a shot at it. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened to bring out your first caution of the day this late in the race. Well, look at this. Maybe some tempers flaring for the 6 right here. Getting to the inside of Reggie Fogelman and just going to turn the 48. Absolutely dumped. And the 48 into the wall hard. Going to clip Magoon right there. And look at this. Huge hit for Fogelman. Absolutely massive hit for the 48. Goes over multiple times. And this is the second time I can say this year Reggie Fogelman has died. Oh my goodness. That was an absolutely massive hit right there. And Fogelman definitely out of the race after that one. Wow. Huge, huge hit. And some potential championship implications if Lucien Bianchi can get this race victory. Let's go ahead and go back for the restart at Las Vegas. Lights are out on the pace car. One lap until we get back to green, and Logan Williams leads it. But as you can see, Nathan Stapleton is right there, just has to navigate CJ Grider. Lucien Bianchi also right there. Oh, this will be a fun restart right here. Logan Williams still has the best car, easily. But could one of these two put on a late race charge? Gutierrez a little farther back. Voiles, Egan, Ozkin, Perez, O'Connor, and Blaine Keys. Your top 10. We're going to be coming to green right here. We're going to have just 10 laps to go. And it'll be a wild sprint to the finish, I can tell you that. Definitely going to be some positions changing hands, if not for the lead. Certainly within the top 10. As here we go, Logan Williams going to lead him to green once again as he did at the start of this race. Let's get going. Logan Williams, nice jump right there. All right, that's what the 38 needed, but now the 20 needs to get by the 30 now. If not here, definitely down the back straightaway into turn 3. It's got to happen. Will Bianchi potentially have a challenge right here? Here's Greider, who's actually staying pretty close to this 38, not too far off the pace, I gotta say. So Greider could potentially play a factor in the finish of this race if he can just hang on to this 38 and maybe make a pass as a lap car. But no, look at this, Stapleton to the inside. Nathan Stapleton trying to make a move, can't make a move on the 30 real well. Oh, this is big. If Stapleton can't get by the lap car, this could be hugely detrimental. Stapleton not able to do it. Greider holding up the rest of the field. Wow. Fascinating stuff right here. Stapleton still not able to get by. This 20's got to go. Here we go. Got to the inside that time. Can a move be made on the 30? No, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Unbelievable stuff right here. CJ Greider is going to hold up the rest of the field. This 30 is 100% in the way. And I would be furious if I was Nathan Stapleton right now, not even really getting a fair shot at the win, because this 30 is in the way. Looking again. Just getting angrier and angrier with each passing lap. The gap is now 1.3 seconds, and Logan Williams is gone. Logan Williams is most likely winning this race, as now Eric Monaco wants to look to the inside of Bianchi. It's absolutely brutal for these cars right here. Logan Williams is gone. This race is over, essentially. This 38's out of here. And CJ Greider, I don't even know if it's his fault at this point, to be honest with you. I think the 20 and the 17 have just flat out given up. They're just content running where they are. And honestly, that's slightly disappointing, I gotta say. None of them really had the fire to go for the win. But whatever, I guess, whatever they need to do for the championship, especially Bianchi. I would expect Bianchi in the closing laps to try and make a move on this 17, as Greider actually closed in, it looks like, on the 38. I don't believe that will be a factor later on, but I guess we'll have to see if the 30 closes in enough to potentially pass the 38. Like I said, I don't think it's going to happen. I think there's too little time. But pretty much right there, Greider just not going to get there. But here we go, Stapleton and Bianchi going at it. As I said, Bianchi looking for those extra 4 points in the championship. That could be huge, but not going to make a move right there. Looks pretty much over to me. Let's take a look at this battle right here. Looks like Justin Perez, Daniel Voiles, Jack Haas right there. There's Wyatt O'Connor. Look at that, Sam Odoskin getting cycled out right there. Bruno Giacomo to the inside. Look at that for this 55. Now moving up through this pack. Nathan Orman going to gain spots out of this. Looks like Justin Henley going to gain spots. Leonard Koksmar way back there. Not going to gain very much right here. Lap 65 of 67. Looks like the 20 is all over this 30. And could there be any beef at this point? I wonder how angry that 20 is on the 30. Will this be an aggressive move right here? I could see it potentially. No, backs off. No move right there. Just going to stay behind Greider. But I don't believe this 20 is very happy. Now looking inside once again. Could this be the move? Finally on the 30. 30's going to race hard once again. Stapleton just not able to get by the 30. Maybe CJ Greider has fresher tires. With that damage, I'm just shocked that Greider's able to do that. As we have hit the last lap, one more lap for Logan Williams, and this is going to be a well-earned win for the 38. Stapleton, and Bianchi passed Stapleton. Lucien Bianchi to second. That's big for the championship. That's 4 more points, but more importantly, up front, It's going to be Logan Williams off a turn 4. Yet another win for this 38 this year. Logan Williams gets the win at Las Vegas. And a great race, but unfortunately marred by lap traffic at the end. But look at that. Lucien Bianchi getting second. That is huge for the championship right there. Third place goes to Stapleton. Fourth to Gutierrez. Fifth to Justin Perez. Sixth place goes to Daniel Voiles. Seventh, it's going to be Jack Haas. Eighth will be Wyatt O'Connor. Ninth, Nathan Orman. Great run for Nathan Orman in the 24. And 10th place goes to Sam Odoskin in the 22. Great stuff right there. And look at that. Caleb Rose, after all of that, got to 12th. How about that for Caleb Rose? After starting last, really made some moves through this field. But let's go ahead and take a look at your results in this race. I just ran through the top 10. Let's go ahead and find some other notable finishers. Leonard Koksmar does finish 21st, so not a terrible points day, but not a great points day either, as Lucien Bianchi going to gain 76 points, while Koksmar only gains 20. That is a 56-point loss for Koksmar in the championship. Further down, one lap down, CJ Greider, Eric Monaco, Dylan Matthews, Skylar Taylor, Alex Smith, Benny Watson 2 laps down, and then out of the race, Reggie Fogelman, Zach Magoon, Caleb Holloway, and Kyler Sestrai, all out of this race. Well, it was a wild one at Vegas and definitely a good race. I gotta say, I was shocked. It actually worked out. I actually found the balance required for a good race. So I appreciate you all for watching so much. You know, we're really closing out this season right here. And, you know, I know it'll be a pretty good fight for the championship right here. Hope I'm keeping you entertained. And, of course, we won't go away during the summer. We'll have some good races for you right there. But I'm so glad that we got through this without either A, wreck fest, or B, just a really boring can't pass race. We had some big movers, and for Lucien Bianchi, that was huge for the 17 in this championship. But, of course, next week, taking a look next week, it's the second to last race of the season at Darlington Raceway. And that'll be a fun one as well. These drivers have to race the racetrack, and the best drivers will certainly rise to the top at Darlington. That, of course, next Friday, it says. Now, we'll see if I can get that thing out by Friday, but I will try my best for you to get it out as the advertised date. And then, of course, June 16th, Sunday, June 16th, the championship race from Homestead Miami Speedway. And that'll be a great one for you all. But of course, that is it for this one. What a race, what a fun run. Logan Williams gets the win in dominant fashion. Great car, great team. Congratulations to the 38 team. And I will see you all later. Let's go ahead and get to the burnout. And of course, the point standings, the all-important point standings. This is Drew Webb, or That DP Guy, signing off.